One of the very first things that we purchased when we decided to buy a travel trailer was the Tire Minder tire pressure monitoring system. If you've traveled any at all, you've seen RVs and campers on the side of the interstate that's had catastrophic tire failures. And generally those failures become serious whenever the driver doesn't realize that they've had a failure in that tire and it's pulled some distance while it's flat. So this was one of the first things that we thought was pretty critical for us to purchase when we first bought our camper. This is the Tire Minder brand. We ordered it off Amazon, and I'll try to post a link to that in the description. You can kind of see the display here. This is set up for multiple different sensors. We've only got 3 programmed because we have a single axle, and then I've got the spare tire programmed to be there at the back so that I can monitor it. One of the things I like about this particular model, or this particular setup is that by a press of a button, you can also monitor your temperature. Whenever we cut to the different view of the tire pressure monitoring sensors, you'll be able to see that it's not exactly an accurate temperature reading, but in the case of if you had a catastrophic failure of a wheel hub or something and it got really hot, you would be able to tell that. And it has an alarm that goes off if it goes outside the parameters. And then the other thing that I like about this one is that this has an alarm for the air pressure also. So if you're riding down the road and you have a leak and you start losing air pressure in one of your tires, when it senses that, even if you're not looking at the display, it's going to set off an audible alarm, and it's going to alert you that you've got a leak or issue with one of your tires and that you can get over and check it. And a lot of times if you can get to the side of the road and check those before they become completely flat, you avoid a lot of problems. The model we purchased came with an antenna that you mount and wire into your battery system. This antenna, after I installed it, I learned that it was not necessary to have on my particular camper because our camper is so short. We have a 22-foot total length camper that the tire pressure monitor sensors will pick up without the antenna. But as you can see, these monitors, the sensors, they only screw onto the end of your valve stem right here. And this is the sensor itself. So when you first get the sensor, you'll see that it just screws right onto the valve stem. And it comes with a nut there. You'll put the nut on, and then it screws in. And as you screw it in, you'll hear just a little bit of air escape, and then it'll close off. And then once you have it tight, you back that nut onto it. It comes with a wrench, but I've learned that if you use the wrench, it's very hard to get it off. So the sensor has got a battery in it, and that's what sends the signal out. You can see just by unscrewing that, you have access to the battery. And it's got an O-ring, and it comes with different O-rings that makes that waterproof, so that if your O-ring goes bad, you can replace it. And those batteries are available at Walmart or any other department store that you might be at.